artists, it's Mrs. Greenhouse with this week's art lesson. Today we're going to do an art lesson talking about symmetry. You will need oil pastels or crayons, a pencil, and some white copy paper. Think about what you might already know about symmetry. Symmetry is something that is the same on both sides. Something that is symmetrical has balance, and if you fold it in half, it will match up. This piece of paper is a rectangle. It is symmetrical. I'm going to start by folding it in half. Then I'm going to draw with my oil pastels or crayons half of a monster face. Using my oil pastels, I'm going to draw one eye, half of the monster's big nose, and half of the monster's scary mouth. Now let's see if we can make this monster symmetrical. I'm going to fold it in half. And the reason we want to use a piece of copy paper instead of construction paper or instead of cardstock is because it will be easier to see through. Now using my pencil, I'm going to press all over the back of my oil pastel. Or if you're using crayons, this will also work. What's happening inside the paper is the oil pastel is actually printing on the other half, the other side of the paper. Or printing or transferring over to make a perfectly symmetrical face, which means it is exactly the same on both sides. Now you have to press hard with your pencil and thick. It won't really work if you just do a little thin line like that. So anywhere where you can see oil pastel or crayon showing through, press really hard. All right, ready for the magic? Oh my gosh, perfectly symmetrical. If you notice this side being a little lighter and you don't like that, you can always come back in with your oil pastel or your crayon and just darken that back in. It will still be totally symmetrical. Let's try another one. I am going to get another blank piece of paper, fold it in half. This time I'm going to draw half of a butterfly. I'm going to start with a long oval, but I'm only going to draw half of it. Almost looks like a backwards C, really stretched out backwards C. I'm also going to draw a large letter B. When I draw my large letter B, I'm going to come all the way out to the edge of the paper and back in, and then all the way out again and back in, all the way out and back in, all the way out. See how that looks like a big letter B? Now I've got half of a butterfly. You can also use your crayon or your oil pastel to add interesting details to the wings or any other things you might want to add before you transfer. Okay, let's start transferring. So again, I'm going to fold this in half, looking at the back of my original, the back of the side I drew on originally, and I'm going to press nice and hard, making thick lines with my pencil. You know what's happening now. This is starting to transfer to make a perfectly symmetrical design. When you're done outlining this and you're done transferring this, you can color this in. You can use oil pastels, you can use crayons, you could even use watercolor paint. If you're using oil pastels or crayons for your transfer, that's a great thing to watercolor over top of, because the color is not going to move when you watercolor on top of it. All right, let's see. Ready for the magic? Ooh, perfectly symmetrical. Remember, you can go back and re-outline if you want this side to be as dark as your original side, but you don't have to do that step. That's just an extra. Artist's choice if you decide you want to do that. And then I want to see your finished work, your colorful finished work. I'm also going to challenge you. What else can you do using the same symmetrical transfer technique? I did a monster face and a butterfly. Your challenge is to try these two, but try some other designs. Send me your most creative designs in my email. My email is agreenhouse@acs.ac. I will look forward to seeing your creative finished work. I cannot wait. So get really creative, come up with some cool symmetrical designs, and have fun. Okay, see you next time. Bye.